Welcome to the first video of the year. Well, so today's video, I'm gonna start giving you guys some notes of very important things I need to talk about before we move to the video. The first thing I want to say is this is the last item of my first crochet collection. It is the bag that I told you guys about. I haven't named it yet, but I'm gonna come up with a name soon. This is the end of a saga of me sharing and making the designs I made myself a few months ago. And after this bag, we're gonna move on to something different. The second thing that is also very important to say, it is related to the first note and it's about the style. So even though this is the last video of the crochet collection, this is also the beginning of an era for me and for you. And I said this is because I departed from some ideas I had when it comes to create pieces. I want to move towards my style a little bit more. I want to create things that have to do the things I like, which is more like grunge and punk and a little bit gore, a little bit like gothic, mixed with like thriller, mixed with horror. I like these weird things. This is why I call it the end of an era and the beginning of a new one. This is what you guys can expect in the future. The third note that is also very important to share in this video, that I set myself some goals in terms of things I want to learn to do. So things I want to learn to do, I want to actually start using my sewing machine. So I want to learn how to sew, and this is a challenge to me because I have a sewing machine and I'm very scared of it. My machine scared the shit out of me. But moving on from that, this year is also a year that I will start selling the things I make. I will be launching an online shop. I'm gonna be selling some of the things I make, which is I'm very excited for. So this is the third note. Fourth and last note is that I created a Patreon account. The first reason I created is basically to be asking for support for those who believe in my work and would like to support me monthly, so then I can make more projects and I can spend more time doing this while I'm still not monetizing with YouTube, or still do not have my online shop ready to go. So this is a way to support my work. I am asking for the minimum you can ask for a subscription, which is basically $3, I think it's dollars, not euros, a month. If you want to support me and if you want to support my work, I would leave the link down below in the description, just in case if you are interested. You can go there, click, and you can support me if that's what you wish. Now, moving to the subject of this video, that is the bag. I've already started doing some things here and there because I was experimenting. I was trying something here and there. I started already with the back panel. This is the back panel of the bag. So I started with this. So I already applied some things that are meant to look like barbed wire. And I also started making the strap because I also had this idea for this strap, but I wasn't sure if it was going to make sense or not. So this is the beginning of it. I'm literally making tiny little pieces and attaching them with chains. Now I'm gonna give you measurements. I'm gonna give you all the materials I'm gonna be using. That's pretty much it. Stay with that. Now that you have the measurements, materials, and everything you might probably need, just in case if you want to try to make something that looks like that, I am gonna start making the front panel now, and the front panel involves alpha pattern. And alpha pattern is something I've never done before, but I'm gonna start with the alpha pattern. And the alpha pattern I'm gonna be using for this bag is this one. And that's it. It's a fairy skull. You just need to follow those little dots the same direction they're showing here. And when it gets to here, you change the color, and this is basically what you have to do. I am slightly curious to know how I'm gonna do this, especially changing the threads and stuff. Let's just do it. So first things first here, just following all instructions they have here. So they have 59 by 68, that's for the alpha pattern. And they have 60 strings in 2 colors. So we start from the top to the bottom and not the bottom to the top. Let's hope I'm not going to lose the count of whatever I'm doing, because that could easily happen. So we're gonna start with the chain of, maybe a chain of 59, it's gonna be huge. A chain of 59, which is weirdly the same size of my bag. Being very honest here, I don't know if I'm doing the right way. I just cannot do things the right way. I find it way too hard, even though it's harder the way I do. It's looking like this. I started with the front, and as I said, I am following a alpha pattern, and I realized that I don't know how to change the size of that thing, so I'm just basically following whatever the size is the website. So far it looks like this. I don't know if this is making any sense, to be honest with you, because it is the kind of thing that you have to pay a lot of attention. Basically what I'm doing is I have the pattern here on my iPad, and I just basically I saved the pattern on my iPad, and I am counting one by one. So every time I do a roll or one thing specifically, I come here and I mark, and then I go all the way to the end, and then I go to the next one following the signs. And whatever size I'm gonna get with this alpha pattern, it is the size the bag is going to be. While you're here and you try to make something with alpha pattern and you have colors to change, I have a tip for you. Now I'm gonna change to a white color. This is the next stitch. Here is going to be white. So you have your loop. There is 2 chains, 1 and 2 in your hook. You're basically gonna insert your hook inside of these 2, because this is for a single crochet, that's why. So like it is going to look like this. You have 2, and you're gonna bring the second color through these 2 loops. It is going to look like this, and you're gonna pull the black yarn like this, and then you have the second color on the loop, and then you can just like do your normal crochet like this, and there you go. Well, it's been hours, I don't know how many, and this is how far I came. Look who's back! Yesterday, I chilled a bit, I had dinner, then I did a little bit more of my bag. What's this? It's nearly done. It's nearly done. And it is looking quite nice. I have something to show to you guys, because that's really cool. Oh, I have 1,000 subs on YouTube! I have 1,000 subs. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Oh my god, I have 1,000 motherfucking subs. I will celebrate the 1,000 subs in a video that I will be releasing next week. Stay tuned for next week. Also, something else I have to say. Today I am wearing a Northlink t-shirt because a year ago I seen them live for the first time. They opened for architects. It was like the gig. Nearly done. It is finally time to do the last row. Can you see? I have only 1 row left to make. So it has been a few days now, and yesterday I finished the back panel, and technically all I have to do is to do the bits and pieces, kind of like I want to decorate the bag. So right now I am going to make the strap. So it's basically creating little squares, I guess, of crochet and attaching them with some like chains, and this is going to be a process now. So I'm gonna be working on this for now, and when I finish I'm probably gonna start attaching the sides together, and there are more I want to do. I actually had an idea for the front of the bag because I was thinking about putting crosses or pins. I even opened like a voting box for you guys on Instagram, and I know you all went for the pins, but I changed my mind. I'm not gonna put any of those because I tried something else and it looks so nice. Make like a different kind of strap. Like I'm gonna do 2 instead of a long one, and if I do that, this is a good size, I think. So I'm gonna start with the second one then, because now I have this one. I think it's a good size, and I think it's time to start a second one. Well, Well, after hours, I finished the second strap. Yay! So now I'm gonna attach them. No, I'm gonna sew the two parts of the bag together, or am I gonna do the thing I was thinking about doing? So I'm gonna start working on some decorations I was planning, and then the last thing will be attaching both panels together. So, okay, let's do this. What I was thinking as part of the decorations is designing like barbed wires on like all the edge of both sides. And I have these two threads here because I also tried with this, which is just like normal yarn, but I think it's way too thick. So I'm gonna try with normal, like, I'm gonna see how it looks like. Not sure yet. And it's snowing again. Big flakes. What do we think so far? Hi. Yesterday, I finished the little things that I was working on, which is, of course, the strap. There's gonna be two, so one on each side, and this barbed wire illusion on the sides. It doesn't look like the most perfect barbed wire thing you'll ever see, but I like the fact that I decided to make with the metallic thread and the gray thread, sewing thread. So I think that actually looks better than if I decided to use the... I think I'm gonna start adding the blood drops. I'm not gonna say that it's the most chill thing in the universe to work with these things, because I would be lying like a maniac. It is not easy to work with this thing. So this is the first one I've made. But anyways, I gotta keep working. Gotta keep working. Gotta keep working. I have done some. This is how it's looking so far. So now that I technically finished, I'm gonna attach both sides together. Actually, I am going to attach the straps because the bag is still open and it's a bit easier to do that when everything is in place. So yeah, I'm doing that now. I have now the sides attached. So technically, this is how the bag looks like, but I haven't finished yet. So now I'm gonna attach some rings on the sides. And after that, I'm gonna see if I can make the blood drops or the beads to be kind of like hanging, some of them hanging a bit. And let's see how this is going to look like. But so far, it's looking quite cool. Like, I'm not gonna complain about it, but time for the rings. The reason why I am all dressed up is because it's time for the reveal of the bag. So the last time I gave you guys an update, I basically said that I was going to add some things. Like, I finalized 100% of the bag this morning by adding a little bit of like red paint on some parts of the bag. So that is the final thing to the reveal. Well, that's it for today. I hope you guys liked this video. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and follow me on my social media. I am there as fOxXiE. And also, the link for my Patreon profile, Patreon account is linked on the description down below. So if you're keen to help a girl out with her business, please become a member. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching and bye!